Nafpaktos is a small, nostalgic town that worth to visit. Nafpaktos is a town and is located in the prefecture of Tolia, Acarnania, West Greece, situated on a bay on the north coast of the Gulf of Corinth, 3 kilometers west of the mouth of the river Mornos.
Nafpaktos is said to have its name from the word naphs, the ancient Greek word for ship, and pygmy, an ancient Greek verb that means to make ships. Nafpaktos' history appears in 1104 BC with the Dorians, was an important city of Byzantium, was under the Venetian rule for many years, was constructed by the Ottomans in 1499. On April 1829, Nafpaktos was free from Turkeys, when Andreas Miaoulis excluded the port city and forced the Turkeys to give up the fort.
The Battle of Lepanto was a naval engagement which took place on 7 October 1571. The Battle of Lepanto is one of the largest and the most important naval battles in the world history. It represents the great victory of the Christians against the Turks and was a landmark in the history of Europe.
Nafpaktos is a seaside town. The port that she has is connected to the castle with walls which are in very good condition till these days.
Nafpaktos, the small and unique port of Nafpaktos, has a horseshoe shape with an entrance opening of 35 meters. It is the lowest of the five at center, and this is where the inner city is spread out to the right and left of its entrance. There are two towers. Its bottom has no depth greater than 5 meters. It is paved by its construction with stone slabs.
We can see the statue of Anemogiannis on the right tower of the medieval port. George Anemogiannis, also known as George of Paxos, was a hero and witness of the Greek Revolution of 1821 and one of the first sons of the Greek fleet. At the west side of the port and the place named Parque Cervantes, we can see the statue of the great Spanish writer. His most famous novel is Don Quixote. From 1570 and for several years, he offered his services as a professional soldier, taking part in the Battle of Nafpaktos. As a non-commissioned officer, he lost there his left hand. He was captured by the Turks in 1575 and spent 5 years in prison. He was freed in 1580 and returned home.
Is an Ottoman mosque that is located on the eastern jetty of the Venetian port. It was built right after the conquest of the city by Sultan Byzantine II, valid between 1481 and 1512. Its name means the mosque of the Conception.
Stenopazzaro is a picturesque cobbled alley with two-story traditional buildings. It is located near the port, where the central market used to be. Today, the elegant cafes and around the shops, you can have your drink or cocktail and then walk to the impressive stone fountain in a big plane tree below Saint Dimitris.
The Boatry Museum is a part of the Venetian Tower of Boatry. It is a history landmark that is located close to the main square of Nafpaktos and operates as a museum which belongs to the foundation of Dimitris and Natalie Boatry. The tower was built in two phases. In the 15th and 16th century, worth a stop to view a collection of replica paintings and engravings that give insights into the Great Battle of Lepanto.
Nafpaktos clock is the newest monument of the city. It was built in 1914 on the Byzantine castle. The specific point where it is located offers a panoramic view which is magical.
The castle of Nafpaktos is the result of many different construction phases, from the antiquity to Ottoman rule. The hill on which it is located has the shape of a pyramid. The majestic fortification of Nafpaktos, due to successive construction phases and skeleton from antiquity to Ottoman rule. The castle protected the people of Nafpaktos during wars and was unique for its 5 defensive walls, 2 of which were built going down to the sea, and 3 walls were constructed at the different levels on the hill between the maritime walls and the castle for maximum security.
In the left and right side of Nafpaktos port, there is the beach of Psani and Gribovo. The beach of Gribovo is one of the main coastal resorts of the town of Nafpaktos, which is an economic and cultural center of Paktia. This beach is on the eastern side of the town. To the west of the beach, there is a bong with ducks and swans, which looks completely familiar to passers-by.
On the other hand, the beach of Psani is very close to the historic center of the city. It is found west of it and has a high pebble. It is large in extent and quite two-way in the area. It has many cafes and restaurants. It is one of the best and for people in all ages.
The patron saint of the city is Saint Dimitris. The church of Saint Dimitris is in the center of the town, very close to the medieval port. It was founded in 1979 and inaugurated in October 1981. It is a 3-aisled and 2-story basilica. The upper floor is the temple, which is almost completely painted, while at the northern end of the small front courtyard there is a large mosaic iconic of Saint Dimitris.
Another big church in the city center is the Saint Presque church, which was founded in 1830, but it was probably built on old foundations. Around the temple there was a cemetery. In fact, there was also tomb of Suliotis warlord Notis Botsaris, who was buried in 1841. In the basement of the temple there is a chapel on the Saint Anargyros, a parish center and auxiliary spaces.
In the east of the city is located the church of Cemetery of St. George. It has a dome and consists of 3 parts. This church was built on March 24, 1964 and inaugurated on April 5, 1970. From there we have a wonderful view of the eastern part of the city up to the Venetian port and the castle.
Near to St. George Church, we can visit the Asclepion of Nafpaktos, an ancient sanctuary dedicated to the Asclepius, god of medicine and health.
Nafpaktos has the following monasteries: Monastery of Panagiagorou Epikou, Monastery of Varnakova, Monastery of the Transfiguration of the Savior. Thank you for your attention from Slinos,
Athena,
John
Katerina.